Class 10 Biology. Good morning, students. Today we'll continue chapter 11 Sense Organ. In sense organ, that is eye, we have studied about the three different layers that are sclerotic layer, choroid, and the retina. We also studied about the two spots that are present in the eyes, that are yellow spot and the blind spot. Now today we start our discussion with lens. So first see lens in the diagram of eye. This is the lens. It is in between the muscular layer structure of the choroid. So the lens is a transparent because light enter through the lens into the eyes, flexible biconvex crystalline body located just behind the pupil. Where is pupil? This is the pupil, the gap in between the iris. This window or gap is called pupil. So it is located just behind the pupil. So this is the location of the lens. It is said frequently that location of the structure in biology is asked frequently in the exam. So must focus on the location of each and every structure. It contains transparent lens fiber, long thin cells which have lost their nuclei. The lens is collectively held in position by fibers called the suspensory ligaments, which attach to the ciliary body. So if it is the lens, then the suspensory ligaments which are attached with the ciliary body. So this is the ciliary body, suspensory ligament and the lens. The ciliary body contains muscles which on contraction and relaxation. Ciliary body contains muscles which on contraction and relaxation change the shape of the lens, being somewhat elastic for viewing object at different distance. Because if object is in the near position, the lens becomes short and thick, and if the object is in far distance, the lens becomes thin and long. So this is carried out, the position, the shape of the lens is changed by the ciliary muscles on contraction and relaxation. Next, the two chambers of the eye. See the figure? See here in the color figure. This is the blue region part, the red. So these are the two regions. This is the vitreous chamber region and this is the aqueous chamber region. Means the two regions are separated by the lens. Clear? So two chambers of the eye, aqueous and the vitreous chamber. The lens together with its suspending structures divide the inner cavity of the eyeball into two chambers. Aqueous chamber in front of the lens and the vitreous chamber behind the lens. Just see once more. This is the lens. In front of the lens, aqueous chamber. After the lens, vitreous chamber. So there are two chambers. The aqueous chamber is in the front chamber between the lens and the cornea. It is filled with a clearly watery liquid called aqueous humor. This aqueous humor serves in two ways: keep the lens moist and protect it from physical shocks, and it refracts light. Second, vitreous. The larger cavity of the eyeball behind the lens, it is filled with a transparent jelly-like thicker fluid called vitreous humor. The vitreous humor again serves two functions. It helps in keeping the shape of the eyeball and protect the retina and its nerve ending. So these are the two chambers filled with certain fluid and their function. Clear? Now come to the new topic, how do we see? Now see, how do we see? So see here in the drawing, how do we see? The first is entry of light rays. So light rays from the object, if it is the object, then light rays from the object enter the eye through the transparent structures. First, conjunctiva, this is cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and then vitreous humor. So first of all, light rays from the objects enters into the eyes through conjunctiva, cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and then vitreous humor. Getting all of you? Second, focusing of image. First, the curvature of the cornea and convert the light ray to some extent, like this. Curvature of the cornea converts the light ray to some extent. This is the curvature, curve the light ray to certain extent, and the lens converts them further. Lens converts them further to form image on the retina. The image on the retina is real, but it is inverted, means opposite. The image that form on the retina is real but opposite. See, this is the opposite, means head portion in the lower side. Third, transmission of numb impulse from retina to brain. The light energy of the image produce chemical change in the sensitive cells that are rods and the cones. These changes generate nerve impulse which travel through the optic nerve and reach the visual purple of the cerebrum, where they give the sensation of light. Now finally, interpretation by the brain. Our brain interprets the image in many ways, that is, it sees the object upright. Even the image formed in the eyes is inverted. But here the most important part that is asked in the exam is how the light enters into the eyes. The sequence may be asked. So first of all, conjunctiva, cornea, aqueous humor, lens, and then vitreous humor. Never write pupil, because pupil is the window that is left behind by the iris. Now next topic, accommodation. Accommodation, viewing object in sharp focus for clear vision. To see an object clearly, its image should be in sharp focus in each eye. The process of focusing the eye to see object at different distances is called accommodation. This is mainly brought about by the change in the curvature of the elastic lens, making it thinner or fatter. For distance vision, the lens is more flattened or thinner. For near vision, the lens becomes more convex or rounded. See, here the shape of the lens. In the first figure, the lens is too curved, but here in the second figure, lens is thin and long. So here in the first figure, it is for near vision. If the object is placed close to the eyes, and here it is for the far object if the object is placed so far from the eyes. Clear? It also given in your book, lens made thicker for what? For near objects, and lens made thinner for the distance object. So in the internal normal condition, ciliary muscles relax, the lens remains stressed by the suspensory ligament, and it is less convex, suited for viewing distant object. When you look at nearby object, the ciliary muscle which are circular contract and tend the pull the ciliary body slightly forward. This is the tension in the suspensory ligaments, making it loose, and the lens, on account of its elasticity, become thicker and more rounded or convex. So this is called accommodation to see the object in sharp focus. For this, the shape of the lens is changed by the ciliary muscles. Now come to the new topic, light and dark adaptation. First see what are these light adaptation and dark adaptation. So person sitting under the sunlight for long time, if suddenly enters into the dark room, the person not able to see anything. Clear? Second, if a person sitting in the dark room for long time, if he suddenly goes outside, his eyes unable to perceive the things. So these are known as light and dark adaptation. Now see the book. When you pass from a brightly lighted area to a dark room, enter a dark room from the outside, such as cinema hall, you experience difficulty in seeing objects for a short while. I think all of you have experienced this condition. Slowly your vision is improved. Means suddenly when you entered from a dark room, from brightly lighted area to a dark room, you are not able to see the things clearly. But after a certain while, your vision is improved. This improvement is called dark adaptation. Means in the dark, your eyes become adapted to see the thing. So how the eyes adapted to see in the dark if we enter from a brightly lighted area? So the changes. The changes are regeneration of the visual purple or rhodopsin, the pigment of the rods, which was earlier broken down due to the bright light. Means when we were in the bright light, this visual purple or rhodopsin was broken down. Suddenly when we entered into the dark room, it due to the broken down of the visual purpose, we are unable to see. Second, dilation of the pupil, permitting more light to enter into the eyes, because when in the dim light or in a dark light, pupil become dilated to allow light to enter more and more. So when a person with dark character eyes moves to a brightly lighted area, as in coming out of cinema hall after the noon show, he experiences a dazzling effect for a short period. After a few seconds, he comes back to normal viewing through light adaptation. Now, how the person able to see in the light? The adaptation is due to reverse of the previous scene. The visual purpose of the rods is bleached, reducing their sensitivity. And second, the pupil constricted get narrower to reduce the amount of light entering the eye. So the partial closure of the eyelids in dazzling light also serve the same purpose. So these two are the light and the dark adaptation. Clear? Okay. Now, color vision. Color vision is possibly only through the cones of the retina, which stimulate only in the bright light. You cannot make out red, violet, purple flowers in a garden on a moonlight light because they only the road function and not the cones. Because road cells contain rhodopsin can be active only in the dim light and but cannot differentiate among the color. That's why in the dark we are unable to differentiate among the colors, even we are unable to identify the colors. But cone cells that contain iodopsin is suitable for the color vision because it is perceive various colors. So next day we'll study about the common defects of the eyes. Clear? So till have a good day. Thank you all of you. Bye.